happening at Thornton House? And what is happening in our own practice? And what are we doing that might be slightly different, but perhaps maybe an indication of where the future holds and something that you could also enjoy? Well, it starts in the consulting room, and there's an expert there. Where's the expert?
On the right.
Ah, the right, okay. So what's this person an expert in? General practice? Anything else with regards to heart?
Cardiology.
Cardiology, so hopefully I know something about how to deal with heart disease. Maybe not as much as a local cardiologist, but nonetheless something. Do I have any other expertise besides how to deal with heart problems and general practice health problems? Is there anything else that I know about? Yeah, we'll come to the computer in a minute, but is there any other knowledge that I have besides how to deal with a heart attack and things?
You should have the knowledge of the person sitting in front of you.
Yeah, so I've got some knowledge of the patient, we'll come back to that in a moment. Anything else at all that I know about other than pathways of how to deal with heart disease and things?
How to listen to somebody.
Yeah. What I'm getting at is I actually know about the local services. I know about who Dr. Puri is. I know about your group here and what you're doing, and I'm going to learn a little bit more when we start into the questions and answers and find out what you've been doing. I know a little bit about the cardiac rehab locally. If I was to suddenly move from Hyde into another town 50 miles from here, I'd be like a fish out of water. I might know how to deal with heart disease, but what I won't know is what the local services are like. And that's actually very, very valuable. I'm sure Dr. Puri will agree that it's another piece of knowledge that we have that's over and above pathways and protocols and the like. So that's that knowledge. Now, well, is there another expert in that photo? Patient, yeah, okay. So what expertise does the patient have?
No.
What knowledge?
The condition.
Absolutely. How that problem that that patient is facing is affecting them. So maybe she's had some breathlessness as she's been walking and she's not quite sure what the cause of that breathlessness is. And so she's come along to have a consultation with the doctor. And actually, she's been up all night, and more importantly, her spouse has been up all night because she couldn't breathe properly and didn't know what was wrong with her. Or maybe the family have come saying, look, the weather's really nice, we want to go on a nice holiday on a walking trip up the Lake District, and she wants to book a holiday for September, October time, and she's not sure whether she's going to be fit enough to go and whether she'd go ahead and book that holiday. So she's got expertise about the condition and the symptoms and how they're affecting her. Now, is there another expert in that photo?
The computer.
Ah, yes, the computer. What expertise does the computer have?
Information.
Information. What kind of information?
Medical information.
Medical information. Okay, so it's got medical information. What sort of medical information does it have? When you've been to see your GP, and all GP practices in the country now are completely electronic, what information does the computer provide for the GP or the nurse? Patient's notes, what you suffer with, what medications you've got, what test results you've had, perhaps letters back from the hospital. So it does provide that information for the clinician. Does it provide any other information for us?
Prescription.
Prescriptions, yep, so that's part of the record itself. Is there anything else?
And things like that. Age, weight, height, that sort of stuff.
Yep, so that's all to do with the patient themselves. Is there anything else it provides that's not about the patient?
Where you could send the patient to,
Absolutely.
and how long they would have to wait.
Absolutely. What's the system that you're talking about? Do you know what it's called?
I can't.
It's called Choose and Book.
Yeah, that's right.
Has everyone heard of Choose and Book? That's a system whereby we can actually refer patients and find out which hospitals have got appointments that we can offer you, and also even what times those appointments might be. So you're right, it's got that. Has it got anything else? Does it help us in any way in terms of helping to sort out your heart disease?
Family history.
Do you remember those guidelines? What we should be doing? Should we be starting you on aspirin? Should we be starting you on a statin? There are information things, websites, that can help me to ensure that you get the right treatment, and I'm going to come back to that in a moment. So we've got a computer and it's providing expertise for me, but could that computer provide expertise for you as a patient? Yes, someone's saying yes. How?
If you know how to do it.
If you know how to do it, you're quite right, but if you did know how to do it, what sorts of information could that computer provide you as a patient?
Well, sometimes it's the wrong sort because you go onto the web and you look for something and it gives you all the stuff that you don't need to know.
Absolutely.
And it gives you a generalised picture which is not really you. You need a specialised picture which is you. And it gives you too much information.
I agree. So let's go back to the sort of the perfect world where it's giving you the right... What sort of information could it provide if you did have quality information?
It could tell you what lifestyles to get. Don't do this, do that. And so on.
Absolutely. So the very expertise that it's providing me to say if someone's got heart disease, they should be on an aspirin or a statin, it also could provide the same information for you. Now then, this is the crux of the matter. If you're coming to me because you trust me and the information I'm providing about heart problems, and I trust you to tell me what's been going on and what symptoms you're having, and that is a big if on both sides of the coin, but if we can both trust each other, and we can develop something that I call a partnership of trust that's built between clinician and patient, and that can be anywhere. It could be on the coronary care unit in the hospital, it could be when you're going to see a pharmacist, or it could be in the consulting room. And importantly, if we can get that computer system to support the clinician and the patient, then something very magical and something very exciting starts to happen. And that's the first prerequisite towards what I call real-time digital medicine. If you as a patient can see the same information that I have, and we both look at the same information together, then something very exciting starts to happen. And you can build on all sorts of new ideas and things and learn about where you're going, what sorts of things you could be doing differently. So,